Hey guys, it's Chelsea, and two things I want to address before I get started is I have a diffuser going on right by you, so if you hear any weird like drippy sounds, that's what that is. And also my friend Lee is here. She's just chilling in the background while I'm filming this video. Okay. Because we're celebrating New Year's tonight. And also she did my hair, by the way. You can't really see it, but we straightened it, and then she did a waterfall braid. It looks super pretty, of course. You can see it more from the back. But yeah, so got no makeup on right now because I'm not doing it till later and it's not important anyway. So today I'm going to be making a 2017 reflections video, and I made one of these for the first time last year and I really enjoyed it. It's something that I will randomly watch and look back on, and it's an interesting video to watch. And basically I think that it's really important at this time of year. Like, everyone kind of jokes around about like new year, new me and setting goals, and you know, it's just like a joke about the new year and being a better and trying to improve and be a better person and stuff. But I truly think it is a great time of year to do that and take some time to reflect on yourself and your year and see where you can do better, because when it comes to the different aspects of your life and the world around you, nothing's going to change unless you do it and unless you acknowledge that there needs to be change. And anyway, but that's not what it's all about. I mean, it's important to reflect and look at the good times and the bad times and stuff. So anyway, I made this last year and I think I got a good amount of thumbs up on it, so I think you guys enjoyed it. But basically I talk about my personal year and just kind of reflect on it and the things I've gone through, and then also talk about the world and different events that have happened that I want to talk about as well. 2017 as a whole, it wasn't great, but I don't think it was bad. For me, 2016 was really rough and I went through a lot as far as like anxiety and depression and stuff, but I feel like this year I've really got a good hold on it, and I think it's because I've been really set up on a routine. I think I've said on my channel that I started a full-time job working at my dad's business for the first time this year. Before, I've always done part-time jobs, and I did 2 part-time jobs at the same time, so it felt like a full-time job. But this year was the first time where I have officially had a full-time job and have had to deal with that responsibility and working 40 hours a week. But it's been nice because the benefit is a very, you know, steady income, and been able to sign up for things like a gym membership and start paying my phone bill and really just start becoming more of an adult. So that was really exciting. First kind of full-time job. I also want to talk about is me turning 21. So this has just been super fun. It's kind of funny because when you turn 21, it's not as exciting to drink and stuff. It's nice to just, you know, be able to be at a restaurant and have a drink with what you're eating and stuff, and just to go have drinks with friends and whatnot. Turning 21, of course, is always super fun, and it's a big moment in people's lives. So this is actually my first New Year's being legally 21, so that's really exciting. I could actually like get into like a club or a bar if I wanted to, but I'm not. So what I did to celebrate my 21st birthday this year was go on a cruise. I did post some vlogs from the cruise. If you want to look, I'm probably not going to be able to link them below, but if you remember, you can look back at my channel and see my 21st birthday cruise vlog, and that was super fun. And that was actually a turning point for me, and I don't know if I've ever really talked about this, but me and Josh went on that cruise, and my sister and her boyfriend went on that cruise as well, and we each paid our own way. I actually paid for me and Josh, but I sold my car to do it. Anyway, long story short, we went on this cruise and it was to Key West and Mexico. And I love traveling. I haven't been very many places, so it's super exciting for me to go to different places. And even though, of course, it's a very touristy type of Mexico, I still did get to be in Mexico and see the kind of culture and stuff, because you can leave the port and go into the street and see what it's like living there. It was really fun, and I had kind of like a pivotal moment where that was the first time I started working full-time, probably in like February, March, sometime earlier in the year. My dad said he needed help, so yeah, it was February actually. said he needed help, so I started working there. So I've been working full time and doing that. And then it was July when I did my cruise after I turned 21. And it was the first time that I'd really had a break and been able to kind of do what I'm doing now and just kind of evaluate my life and the things that have happened and the things that I want to happen. And I was kind of not very happy with where I was, like, physically. Like, you know, when you're on a cruise, you're in a bathing suit and stuff all the time. And I wasn't really happy with that. And I decided that I wanted to make some changes. So that cruise was super fun. It's the second cruise I've ever been on, and the first one was with my family. So this was the first one where I was like an adult and drinking and there with my boyfriend, and it was a lot of fun. But I decided to make a pact with myself that when I came back that I was going to start working out. And you guys, since July, that cruise, I have worked out every other day. Isn't that crazy? I mean, I literally just went on this cruise and I was like, I'm going to start working out. And I had a gym membership before, but I would use it kind of off and on. And I think I signed up in January of 2017. But anyway, so I'd use it kind of off and on, and then it was freaking July. I was like, you know what? I'm going to start going every other day. It's going to be a big part of my life, and that's what I did. So yeah, it's been super exciting, and I feel a lot better about myself, and combining my vegetarianism with working out, I feel like I feel a lot better, and emotionally and physically. And it all started from that cruise. And Josh actually made the same pact, but he didn't hold up with it. But we both did take that time to kind of look at our lives and see the different changes we wanted to make. So something that I'm doing right now is that I've actually this year learned a lot about makeup, and not necessarily wanting to wear it all the time, and to just kind of let my skin breathe and just kind of accept that I have acne and my skin's not perfect, but that it's okay to not wear makeup every day. You know, since I think probably a sophomore in high school, actually probably all throughout high school, I'm not exactly sure, I've just worn makeup every day. I'd even try and wear it to like the beach and water parks and stuff. And definitely every time I've gone to work, working in retail, I've always had makeup on. But this year, I don't remember exactly what inspired it. It might have actually been after the cruise too, I'm not sure. But I just started kind of accepting the way my face looked and deciding that I wouldn't be wearing makeup to work anymore. So I don't. Literally 5 days a week when I'm at work, I don't wear makeup. And it helps my skin. It helps me, you know, as far as time and stuff, because I don't have to spend time putting it on in the morning, time taking it off when I get home to work. I can just get home, rub my face down with something, and then just go to the gym. So yeah, it's one of those things where it seems very simple and not very important, but when you look at it, it really is. Like, I was one of those people that just had to have makeup on all the time. And of course, I still do love makeup, and I'm going to be putting it on tonight before we go out. And it's great for special occasions and stuff, but you shouldn't feel pressure to put it on all the time and not feel like yourself if you don't have it on, and be embarrassed to be out in public if you don't have it on. Like, this is my skin, this is my face, it's not perfect, I have pimples. But yeah, so that was a pretty empowering moment of this year. The last thing I'm going to talk about before I get into the stuff as far as like worldwide is this year, and this is all kind of pretty recently, is that me and Josh's relationship has taken more of a long distance kind of a turn, I guess you could say. And that's been different for me. I've never really dated long distance, or yeah, it's just never been something I've been into. And yeah, Josh moved away to start a new job. I think I've already talked about this, but anyway, went away for a job opportunity. So we've been doing that long distance life, and it definitely hasn't been perfect. It has its up and downs, and it really does change your relationship and puts different pressures and problems into it. But at the end of the day, we're still together. And this is something me and Lee just realized while we were talking, is that me and Josh have been together all of 2017, like the full year. We started patching things up around Halloween of 2016, and then we were together officially for New Year's, and then have been together all year, and then we're going to be celebrating New Year's tonight. So as you guys have known on my channel, because I made several videos every time it happens, we've been that couple that's kind of broken up and stuff a couple times, and it's been really frustrating, and it's been for various reasons and whatnot. But we've really gotten to a very serious point in our relationship, and yeah, I'm really happy about it. We've been together for a year consecutive now, which hasn't happened since the first year we started dating. And it's been great, and things have changed and things aren't perfect, but it's okay because, you know, we're still staying together and we're working through our problems instead of just like, oh, this is too much and cutting it off, you know? I have a little note here, so if you see me keep looking at it, I was looking at my phone. Now I wrote down some stuff that happened this year that I want to talk about. So this part is where I talk about and reflect on things that have happened in the world and just kind of my point of view, the lessons I've learned and whatnot. The first thing I want to talk about are the series of hurricanes. So Hurricane Harvey happened in Texas, and I remember, you know, some of the YouTubers I watch watching their videos and being like, oh my God, this is crazy. Just how did this happen? And then all of a sudden, like, I feel like was it a week or a couple weeks right after? I can't exactly remember the timeline. Irma, we found out, was coming on Labor Day. And that was a shock because it was the first time where I was an adult and being older and having a job to get to and stuff like that, and really having to worry about, oh my God, like there's this could be Category 5 hurricane headed our way, and then also Maria and its devastation on Puerto Rico. So this year has been quite the year of devastating hurricanes, and living through Irma definitely taught me a lesson. I think me and my family, if something like that does happen again, we'll probably just evacuate, because the stress of staying here, and I mean where the hurricane was going and all of that was changing up until it freaking got here, and when it did get here, it was just shaking the whole house. Kind of traumatizing, but anyway, and you know, grocery stores running out of food, running out of gas. I made a couple vlogs about it if you want to check those out, but just kind of randomly. I wasn't planning on doing it, but yeah, I just overall, I would say the hurricanes should teach us a lesson, because, you know, like 2004, yeah, you know, Katrina, hurricanes and stuff do happen, but to have 3 consecutive insanely devastating hurricanes all within like such a short time frame, I think should definitely be a wake-up call as far as climate change and really starting the conversation. And in my opinion, it's not normal. I'm not a meteorologist, so maybe it is normal. But to me, I just think that we should all take a lesson, especially in Maria, with how the Puerto Rico and that whole situation was handled by the US government, is really to learn a lesson from this, because people were not receiving aid. There is still some devastation in Florida, but I think we pretty much picked the pieces back together. Harvey's, I feel like Texas has probably put the pieces back together, but I'm sure in Puerto Rico, and they're still dealing with the effects of Maria. And overall, I just think we need to look at all the different aspects from these hurricanes and take the lessons and move them forward, and also maybe continue the conversation of climate change. And is this normal? Is it normal to have these crazy hurricanes pop out of nowhere and cause so much devastation in such a short period of time? It was crazy. One thing I want to touch on, and I don't know much about this because I've never even been to California, but the California wildfires, so much devastation, and I don't know if that's normal. I don't really remember growing up hearing about crazy wildfires like that breaking out, or like several breaking out in one point, but just let's just remember the California wildfires and the lives that were lost and all this devastation, and just remember and just be grateful for what you have. These natural disasters, I think, are so baffling for us humans because we just have absolutely no control. There's nothing you can do. They're going to happen, and you just have to like react and either lose everything you have or lose your life. You have to like pick one. And yeah, again, I don't know much about them because I don't live there. I've never lived there. I don't have family there or anything. But just seeing those images and, you know, the video of the guy saving the bunny from the fire and just these random acts of compassion were very, you know, heartening and stuff. But I think both the hurricanes and that situations, I think we need to take a moment and kind of think about, you know, climate change, and if we're really doing what's best as far as that's concerned. If these things are normal, I don't know much about wildfires, but I definitely don't think the whole hurricane situation should be happening. This is the big one that I want to talk about, is the Las Vegas shooting. Yeah, that was a lot, and I've never been to Vegas, but just being a general human, you can look at that situation and just feel something and feel horrible. And I think it's technically like the biggest mass shooting in US history. If I'm incorrect, excuse me, but I'm pretty sure it is. And yeah, that whole thing, I feel like unfortunately has kind of been forgotten about. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I feel like we still haven't really gotten an answer as to why that happened. But all I have to say is it's a real lesson, and it goes into the next thing I'm gonna talk about. It's a real lesson about every day is a blessing, because you just never know. And it is important for people to continue living their life and continue to go to movie theaters and concerts and school and all these places where these shootings have happened. Like, don't let it scare you from going out there and living your life, but be cautious. Like, keep it in the back of your mind, and whether that's having an escape plan or whatever it is, just be mindful and aware that unfortunately we do not live in a day and age where going to a concert is safe anymore, and that's just the way it is. And you can say, oh, well, it was an outdoor thing. Well, then I'm going to tell you about the Ariana Grande concert in Manchester, and that no, that was an indoor concert and it happened to girls that were leaving. That also happened this year. What I want to say about the Ariana Grande is not only bring it up because it was insanely misfortunate and it was a horrendous attack on obviously young children. Like, you knew that was the demographic that was going to be there. But what I want to say is what happened after was really amazing to watch. I watched the Ariana Grande Manchester concert, and I was blown away by the performers and all the people in the crowd, and it was a mix of emotional and sad for what happened, but feeling great that they were all able to get that money together and come together and not let the hate and these nasty people that do these terrible things get you down and make you feel like you can't go out and do the things you love to do. So yeah, those two events were super tragic, and I wish I could say that and hope that they'll never happen again, but unfortunately I don't really see too many changes coming forward as far as gun control laws and stuff. So I don't know if these things are going to change, but I hope they do. And the last thing I want to talk about, and this is very recent, is the Me Too movement that's recently come about, where a lot of women are finally feeling power and feeling ready and open to tell their stories of sexual harassment, assault, and sometimes violence in many industries, but specifically in the the kind of Hollywood music entertainment industry. And for that, I applaud them. I think it's amazing that women are finally starting to come together and be like, no, what you're doing is not okay, and asserting male dominance and pressuring women to do these things so that way they can keep their job and not be blacklisted, and all the horrific things that have come out of that. All I have to say is I think it's amazing that the light is being shed on this, and I think it's crazy because this stuff has been going on for years and has been going on in Hollywood for years, as far as like pedophilia and all these really nasty things. And I think this is the beginning of really exposing all of those nasty elements in the industry. Hopefully we will continue to see in 2018 women coming out and holding men accountable. And yeah, so anyway, I'm like losing my voice. This is what happens to me when I make long videos. But anyway, so that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it's kind of weird, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you have a safe, I know it's already New Year's in some places, it's already 2018 in like Australia and whatnot, but anyway, for those of you over there that have already celebrated, hope you're having a great start to your new year. And for those of you that haven't yet, Happy New Year's, Happy New Year's Eve. Just be safe while you're going out tonight, guys, because as we all know, these are the times where some crazy shit happens, but just be safe, but have fun. It is ringing in the new year. And if you have any goals or aspirations, this is the time to do it, you guys. Just set your mind to it, just like I did with the whole working out thing. If you really zone in and set your mind to it and surround yourself with it, you can achieve anything. And I hope you guys do achieve those things in the new year. And yeah, I've got some new video ideas coming up here soon. Definitely this past like month or so, I've really been very dedicated to my YouTube channel, and I hope to continue that into 2018. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next time here on Life of Chelsea. Bye bye.